Hello and welcome to the 12th Equestria Daily Community Podcast. Today we have with us Chipmunk and SuperGummying, and we'll be talking about Rarity.
I can't believe that you didn't use their full names again.
Wow, rude.
Chipmunk and SuperGummying is kind of their full. What you want me to say? SuperGummying, Rarity GIF Expert, and it's Chipmunk, darlings.
Yes,
Greater than what's that? What's that?
Correct introductions are important.
What's that symbol called? The up arrow.
I have no idea.
It's called something.
To the power of something? I don't fucking know.
Yeah, that's in like I'm sure it has its own name. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. This is not Rarity discussion. So this is the first time that these two have been on a podcast, so we can actually go back to our normal old introduction things. I don't have to think of new questions, which is nice. I didn't say my name. My name's NGnir. We've also got a co-host, as always, Spone.
I think everybody knows who you are.
No, they don't. Because, when I go and post this in main chat, just like, yo fams, check this out. They're like, who the fuck are you?
Who the fuck is NG?
Basically. Alright, Spone, you wanna start the introductions off?
Do I? I feel like you should be starting them off.
Okay, I'll start the introductions off. Okay, so, Gummy, I'm gonna start with you. Are you ready to be introduced?
Sure.
By the end of this, everyone here will know your life story.
Okay.
How did you first get into MLP?
Well, I think it was back in 2012. I was just kind of skimming YouTube and around the website. And then I was watching one of my favorite YouTubers. I don't remember his name because I don't watch him anymore. But apparently he had a My Little Pony playlist. And I got curious, so I checked it out. And I started watching a few episodes. At first, I really didn't like it. But I just never stopped watching it. And I just kept watching it. And eventually, I started liking it around the 20th episode.
What made you keep watching it after you didn't like it? It's like the first one. Oh, this is garbage. Next one on, please.
20 more goes down. You know what? Okay. I'm dedicated at this point.
Well, the thing was, my sister oversaw me watching like My Little Pony, so she started watching it as well. And since back then, me and my sister turned everything into a competition, so I couldn't let her get past me. So I just kept watching and watching, and then I fell in love with it.
So
that is the most quality excuse I have ever heard.
I know.
I watched it to one up my sister, and now she's like
I watched it to one up.
She stopped watching My Little Pony though. She quit after season 4.
Wow, what a quitter!
You're going on for longer than you. That's him. That is the dedication we like to see.
Thanks.
That really is good. All right, so how did you end up like on Discord, main chat, EQD, or whatever? How did you find your way into the fandom?
Well, when I took a break from My Little Pony for 2 years, I was on Discord in different servers. But then one day, when I got back into My Little Pony, I think during that time when the My Little Pony movie was out, I got back into My Little Pony, and I really, really loved the movie and what I saw. So I decided to skim around and see if there was like a My Little Pony Discord, because back then I just watched the episodes. I didn't really join any Discords or join the fandom or anything, but I decided to try it out. So I looked around to see if I can find like a My Little Pony Discord, and I found main chat. So I joined and started talking. Then I heard about Equestria Daily, and I joined that server as well, and that's how I got here.
Just getting all over the place. Oh yeah, fair enough. Okay, so you kind of rejoined back when Discord was popular and stuff, so then you just search for it anyway. Okay, all right.
I'm glad to learn that Equestria Daily was sloppy seconds.
I mean, we're lower down on the list.
Story.
Like...
Yeah, main chat was the first thing I saw.
Exactly. It's our own fault. We're third on the list. I think it's... Well, I don't know. I thought second.
That means we get to avoid all the raiders, though, or at least most of them.
Yeah, they do get a lot more raiders. Okay, so let's actually talk about the show now. No one will be able to get this, especially considering your name is SuperGummying, Rarity GIF Expert. Who is your favourite pony?
Rarity.
Shocker.
What the fuck? Hang on, wait. Which podcast did we invite him to?
The
You
Gully
realize
one.
this one's about Applejack, right?
We don't talk about Applejack here.
We don't do that here.
Yeah, we don't do that.
All right, so we might as well just get into that later. What about your favorite episode?
It would be Rarity Investigates.
Okay, what about it?
I just like how we saw a different side to Rarity. Like, we have never seen her be a detective and stuff, so it was really nice. Plus, I think the black and white scenes and where she talks to herself was really fun.
Yeah, they were really well done, and she was much better detective than Pinkie Pie. As much as I like Pinkie Pie, obviously, Pinkie Pie was a trash detective. And final question, all right? Best song.
The best song. It's a tough one, but I think my favorite song is Embrace the Magic in Legend of Everfree.
The Sunset one.
Yeah, the Sunset one.
Oh, okay. What made you pick
This
that
came
over
out of
everything else?
nowhere.
Because I just really like the beat to it, and I think this was Sunset's second solo song, and I really like it when Sunset sings. She has like an awesome voice.
Isn't it the same voice as Twilight?
Same voice as Twilight's singing voice.
Oh, okay. Alright. Yeah, I do get it though. It's like a lot deeper as well, so it's pretty.
You get it, even though you don't agree. You get it.
I get it even though I don't agree. I can do that. It's like when someone says their favorite pony is Rainbow Dash. You don't get that and you don't agree.
You're just disappointed.
You're just
Rainbow Dash
disappointed.
used to be my
I'm
favorite.
not upset. I'm just disappointed.
Rainbow Dash was like everyone's favorite when they were in like the first like 2 days of the fandom. They're just like, oh, I like the one that acts like a boy, and then you realize that other characters actually have about like 28 times more depth.
Yep, basically.
That's why you're in Rarity now.
Do I get to take over questions?
Yeah, that's SuperGummying done. He's over with. It's over
He's
to
over
you.
with?
Yeah.
We kill him off now? Alright.
Yeah, he's done. That's the podcast. Well, for
Or
his
done.
end, he doesn't speak again.
The game's
On
over.
to the next one. So, Chip.
Hello.
Hi.
Yo.
Yeah, you have to explain how you got here.
Here specifically, I basically just stalked our other host, NG.
You stalked, alright.
Yep, he basically invited me here from a offshoot server, or Crafty, one of that lot, basically.
We're basically the same person. It's fine.
Yeah, everyone's the same. For the fandom, I have the best story for this. I was clicking random subreddit on Reddit, and I ended up on MLP1 and just watched it. That's the end of the story.
This fucking random lottery. Yep. This looks good. I'll click on this one. Cartoon horses for small children? Yep, sounds about right.
What made you invest that heavily in a random subreddit? Usually I just click random subreddit and go, oh, okay, and then just click a random
large
subreddit.
amounts of sleep deprivation.
So a mistake you made while incredibly tired years ago.
Yes.
Still haunting you today.
Now you're on a podcast about Rarity.
Yep.
Alright. If you already know the questions, go ahead. Just keep going.
No, I was going to expand because you asked Gummy about main chapter spell, which is where me and him are from, more specifically, basically, this. And I basically just got on that from the subreddit around 3 years ago at this point, almost.
No,
So quite a while ago.
Alright, well, I see.
So it's the EQD community podcast, so you just both have to say that this place is better.
Yes.
Yeah, you're required to sell out. If you don't sell out, we have to remove you, sorry.
I definitely have more than like 100 messages here.
Perfect.
How many
Quality.
do you have? Let me just...
I don't know, not that many.
Thousands. In the hundreds of thousands.
I have 200 and something.
Well, there you go, plenty.
Yep.
Now, who is your favorite character?
This is a hard question to answer on a Rarity podcast. I'm going to take a random shot in the dark, though, and say Rarity.
Alright, disappointed. Gotta remove him, sorry. You're on the wrong
Yeah.
podcast.
It's...
Alright.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm really glad that we got fitting people this time.
It's generic, though, you know? We need someone who despises Rarity. No, wait, that's you, isn't it?
I don't despise Rarity, but do I have reasons for disliking her sometimes? Absolutely.
Alright.
And I'll talk about them.
And
Just
we've
you
got
wait.
3 people here to prove you wrong, so that's fine.
Fucking, I'll take you all on. Let's go. Anyways, what is your favorite episode?
It's between Philly Vanilli and Rarity Investigates, so I'm going to go with Philly Vanilli to be different, basically.
You guys both disappoint me with your choices.
They're
There
both
is a
good
better Rarity
episodes.
episode. There's a better Rarity episode.
What's your favorite Rarity episode?
I don't remember the name of it, which makes me look awful. But it's the one with the restaurant one where they're supposed to be helping.
Oh,
Spice Up Your Life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Spice Up Your Life. I liked that one. That was a great
Yeah.
epised.
that was good. But Philly Vanilli.
It also
was
had
good.
Rarity making a mistake of being a bad character, but it was good.
So it's just a good
Yeah.
episode. It wasn't a good Rarity episode. It was just a good.
It wasn't a good
that
Rarity
had
episode, but Rarity was in it, and she didn't do great, but it was a good episode.
That's fair.
Alright.
All right, and then I guess can we lead into like the specific question now?
You didn't ask him his favorite song.
Oh, I always forget the favorite song because people don't listen to them. All right, what's your
What the
favorite
fuck?
song?
Probably the song from the episode you just said.
Yeah,
You know,
it's a good song.
It's gonna work.
the song's really different compared to most of them, at least before that point.
It
So
is.
I like the weird style, not weird, but different stylings of it.
Sort of like Eastern. I don't really know how to
Yeah.
describe it, but yeah, I know what you mean. And they don't get much flexibility with the songs in the shows. So a lot of them do kind of sound fairly similar, but
Yeah.
that one does sound pretty different.
So when it's different, it stands out quite a bit.
All right,
Right.
now fair enough. All right, NG, lead into our very specific question
Lead
that
into
took years
so-
of thought, and we've thought this one out very highly. We've tested it rigorously.
Yeah,
Let's go.
like this was what formed the EQD podcast. We just thought, what would be a great question to ask, and then this
On
one
the 12th podcast,
on the
this
12th
one.
podcast. We didn't want to throw it straight out there because that would just be, we'll just peak right at the start and then just drop down from there. You got to build up to it. So right guys, Rarity specific podcast question. Who is your favorite Rarity side/support character in an episode? So you got people like Coco Pommel, Sassy Saddles, Sapphire Shores, Tenderhoof, Fancy Pants, Photo Finish. You got a whole host of them. Basically, just secondary characters that are heavily related to Rarity. They can also be trash ones like Prince Bluebird.
Like Applejack.
Like Applejack. Absolutely.
That's a great answer. All right,
I mean, Applejack is good, but I'll support that for the meme.
all right, Chip. Who's yours?
Probably Coco Pommel.
What a generic answer.
I really like her
like
design.
I like Fluttershy.
I like Fluttershy Mark II out of Mark 50.
That's actually Mark III.
Mark 3. Who's Mark 2?
I'm trying to remember. I don't remember their name. I know that there was another one though because they added in Marble. There's Marble, so that's like number
Yeah.
4. And then after that they added in freaking what's the flying one? The Pegasus.
Fluttershy.
Yeah, no, the other one, the Fluttershy one. That's not Fluttershy. The one that like supports the one guy who's a dick.
Oh,
Oh,
Vapor Trail.
Yeah, Vapor Trail. There's the Fluttershy version, fucking 5.
You got Ocellus.
I'm sure there's some other
They're
ones.
kind of.
Oh yeah, we got Ocellus.
Now,
there,
Ocellus
there's
is
another-
actually fairly unique because she's like book smart as well. So
It's like Twilight and Fluttershy put together.
yeah, exactly.
Perfect.
That's like 5.5.
It's 5.5. All right, Gummy, who is yours?
Coco as well.
Oh my god, you guys. Completely generic.
I think she's a good character. I do like her.
Disappointed.
All right, what is the difference between Coco Pommel and Fluttershy?
One has wings, one doesn't.
Boom. Destroyed your argument. NG.
Easy days. I mean, I gotta say, getting into fashion as an Earth pony must be like
One of them
fucking hell.
isn't
Yeah.
yellow. Oh, what? You think fashion's easy for fucking Pegasi?
Well, at least they can like fly around.
Oh, they can
or
fly.
something.
That really helps with
No, they
fashion.
got wing hands. They got wing hands. Like they
They
can use
have
their
wing
wings as
hands.
hands. Whereas,
I'm sure that's great for fucking manipulating like a sewing needle.
yeah, better than like your teeth.
Honestly, their teeth are pretty damn dexterous.
Yep.
You really reckon that they could like loop a piece of string through a sewing needle and tie it before, like, and
It's like
pass it
tying.
through
It's
and-
like tying a cherry stem in your mouth. I'm sure they could do it.
I can't do that.
Well, this is why you're not an Earth Bounty. There you go.
This is racism.
Problem solved.
All right, Spone. What about you? I can
What about
actually
me?
ask
What?
you
Oh,
this
my
one.
favorite character
Yes.
that like they're with. I like. Can I say none of them? Is none of them a good answer?
No.
You can say none of them, but like
I mean,
It's the
Fancy
same as,
Pants
like,
is
when
cool just
Spirit-
because Fancy Pants is a cool guy because he's like, he's rich and shit, but he's still pretty chill.
I was actually gonna say Fancy Pants as well. He's very
He's a chill guy.
yeah, he's part of the high society, but he's still very down to earth, cool dude. Like
Not a piece of shit.
Yeah, not a piece of shit. When Twilight like gate crashed his party, they were just like, he was pretty chill about it. It was like, oh nice, you got some friends. Let's
Oh, you have
Get out.
friends? Woohoo.
It's never happened before.
I liked him. I don't know who the others were. Well, I guess I kind of know. I'm surprised
I
no one
feel
said
like-
Tenderhoof. He was the
No,
He's the
Trenderhoof
greatest
was.
one.
It's not Tender. It's Trenderhoof.
Trender. Is it? I swear it's Tenderhoof.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nah, it's
I'm pretty sure it's
Trenderhoof
Trenderhoof.
because he's trendy.
Hold
Not
up.
Tenderhoof. He's not a fucking chicken tender now, is he?
He might be.
Nah, he's Trenderhoof because he's a cool guy.
Oh my god, it is actually Trenderhoof.
Dude, I told
I've
you.
seen the MLP CCG card, and I swear it said Tenderhoof. Like, I've seen it spelt.
Look, we all know how good you are at spelling NG, so
Yeah,
We
fair
don't really
enough.
need to
Okay,
worry
that's
about
that's my excuse. Like, the native English one, and I'm literally the worst.
literally the worst. All right, NG, take us away to our actual proper topics, please.
Alright, why, alright. Just throw it all on me, that's some pressure.
Well, yeah,
Okay, so
that's how this
today,
works.
we're talking about Rarity, if you haven't gathered
What?
that yet.
I didn't
So-
listen to the introduction.
Nope.
You didn't listen to any. That's fair enough. A lot of people just
Sorry.
zone out when I talk and then zone
I
in
had you
somewhere near
muted the whole
end.
time. I didn't realize we were talking about Rarity.
Yeah, that happens a lot as well. All right, so we're gonna start off just very generally, just talking about her personality. This is the easiest place to start. So it's obviously got a bit of depth to it. You can't just throw yourself in there. So we're gonna start off talking about her love of beauty. So it's related to her career. She likes making, pretty dresses for everyone. Her magic is fairly beauty related. She can find gems. Her magic helps her with her dressmaking. She likes to decorate things. She's fussy about cleanliness, like getting rid of those disgusting dirt ponies from Applejack, from Twilight Sleepover.
Applejacks.
I mean, it is Applejack that she's trying to get rid of. Liking the spa and stuff, so just fairly general about that. I guess, yeah, so what is your opinions on this aspect of her personality? Do you think it helps add to her character? Do you think it's too generic? I'll throw it to you, Chip, first.
Yay. I like how it's kind of a twist of what you'd expect from it. Because, you'll get a character like her in quite a lot of children's shows, especially ones for girls, which is just the really femme, extremely likes dresses, likes fashions, all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But with her being all, actually business savvy and quite good at everything she does and really smart and capable of doing a lot of things and self-reliant, it's a nice twist on an old formula, basically.
Okay, yeah, I can see what you mean there. So it's the sort of the same old generic thing, but it's added the new twist of being business savvy, having 3 stalls and all that stuff. Okay, I like that. That's a good answer. I wasn't expecting that. I'm impressed.
That was a good answer. I wasn't expecting a good answer. Fuck you. Exactly what he's saying.
Not going to be invited to any future podcasts.
You're not invited for having good answers to things. You're making me
Absolutely
look
not.
bad.
We'll just find someone else who's read Fallout Equestria. It should be easy.
Yeah.
Alright, Gummy. How about
yeah.
you? How do you feel about Female, representation?
I think it's interesting because out of the main 6, she's the most femme. of all of them, and yeah, I just think it changes things up a bit because you really don't see someone like that in a kids show, and it's hard to relate to her because she's a little bit different from the other ones. But yeah, I just think that it's interesting that they have her like this in the show.
I think you just invited the same person to the podcast twice.
Yeah, we invited the same. We're gonna get the same responses for everything.
I wrote the same thing down that he said.
You guys are like looking off each other's notes. It's like, yeah, make sure to change it so they don't like notice it's the same. Change like two words.
That's what I was.
It's fun. Like they'll have one differing opinion by the time this podcast is done. I'm sure of it. I'm sure.
So, NG, how about you, huh? How do you feel about Rarity and her personality?
When I first watched the show when I was like 15, it did kind of put me off her a little bit. I was just like, oh, that's the fucking girly one, isn't it?
This is the girly one, isn't it?
No,
they're at it again.
Isn't it? In it. I was 15, remember?
Right.
But like over time, you kind of look deeper into it, and yeah, kind of what Chip said. You kind of see how it isn't just a generic trope, and there's a lot more to her than just being fashion horse, even though that's what a lot of people say about her. Yeah, that's basically it.
Yeah.
What about you, Mr. Spone?
Don't worry, here comes my negative opinions.
Yeah, you're the one that
Because
doesn't like.
There has to be some things. I like Rarity. The thing is that if you sit down and watch like one episode of her in it, you're probably gonna be like, wow, it's just the female character that likes things that are pretty and girly and woohoo. But then you watch like multiple episodes, and you're like, oh, okay, no, she actually has a little bit more than that. So I appreciate that. I just don't like the way that she overreacts to shit. I find that incredibly annoying. Also, every time she says "darling," makes me want to off myself. Other than that,
no, that's what you cheer for every time it happens. Like anytime she says "darling" in an episode, you just start screaming. It's like when like a team scores a goal when you're
darling, and everybody has to start screaming "darling." Yeah,
it's great.
It's not great. It's definitely not great.
It is.
But no, her character's good. Good character. Personality is okay. I don't like when she overreacts to shit because it kind of just feels like, oh, they're gonna do it. Yeah, if something happens, it's like, oh, better bring out the fucking couch for her to fall onto because we're doing that again.
It's the funny gag.
It's the funny gag, but we keep doing it. It's like 20% cooler. Let's just bring that one back. Woohoo!
220% cooler now.
220. Really changing it up.
Yeah, I know. Haven't you watched season 8? Come on.
Fucking yeah, I'm actually one of the people caught up. Feels good.
I think everyone here is actually caught up.
I haven't. I'm not.
You're almost caught up, right?
I'm almost caught up.
Yeah,
there's always one.
3 episodes behind now.
Well, you're 3 episodes behind.
Because the new episodes came out today.
Oh, fucking hell!
There's always 3.
I thought I actually caught up people, but whatever. It's fine. Rarity wasn't important in either of them.
I am legitimately caught up and everybody else is behind. This is how it feels.
I'm caught up as well. It's always me and you. We're the hosts. We have to be.
I'm caught up on everything because we're mods because we have to be. I mean, to a lesser extent hosts, but also because we're, moderating things that require to know what spoilers are.
I guess. So the other mods are just terrible.
Yeah, pretty much. Everyone else is terrible.
Alright.
Including all the people we have on the podcast. Ourselves included, really. We're all terrible.
Yeah. We created this thing. We're as much to blame as everyone else.
We created this monster.
Alright, well,
speaking of the mannerisms that she has, anybody else have, things that they actually like about her mannerisms?
Yes. I have a weird vernacular, so I actually say darling occasionally.
Oh my god.
Me too.
So I'm sorry.
You guys can you hear? He sounds pretty posh. Like you can imagine him saying, "Say darling" right now.
Hello, darling.
Oh, sorry guys, that's the
end. It
fits.
fits. It fits his voice.
Well, we're done with the podcast. That's it. That's all we needed.
It's over.
It's over. Time to scrap it. Start again.
Yeah.
What about you, Gummy? How do you like Rarity's mannerisms?
I love her manners. I think it's just funny to see, and I don't know. She's very ladylike, so I like that. And yeah,
What about all the darling? What about the beatboxing? You know that. That's the
I
solid
like that a
one.
lot because
Beatbox.
I don't know when I started doing that, but I sometimes do that as well. I think I got it from Rarity.
It's fun. There needs to be like a techno remix of it. I don't know if that's been made
I
yet.
think there is.
The
Okay.
beatboxing.
pretty
Are
sure
you
I've seen-
talking like when she's like surprised or caught off guard by something and she does like the fucking stutter?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
And you call that beatboxing?
It is beatboxing.
I kind of
Completely
stutter
different,
like
but
her.
you know what? Sure. I can understand that. That's good.
All right, and Chip, link me a techno remix once this is done. Yeah. That's-
Make one of it.
I'm meant to wait until it's over.
Yes, please. Don't make him edit it in.
That would be great. You know, I'll edit in like 10 seconds just for the sake of the viewers. Unless it's
He'll edit
garbage.
in 10 seconds at the very end. Just
No,
stream
no,
the
10
remix
seconds right
into
now.
the
Just
podcast.
I'll pause the talking. I'll cut myself off mid-sentence, and then just play it for
Just-
about 10 seconds, and then just carry on with the normal podcast. That
You know what? You remember to do that, you get bonus points, but I doubt you will.
well, I listened to the podcast afterwards, so this is my verbally telling myself in the future. Yeah.
You listen to the full thing.
I need to get the like timestamps, don't I?
God, I'm sorry. You spend like 5 hours working on this.
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work.
You could just mark the timers down whilst you're recording it instead.
Don't tell him that.
Yeah, but then I don't get the fun of listening to all of it again. You know, when I listen to them again, I actually go like, "Hey, this is actually pretty decent." Most
He listens to it. He's like, wait a minute. I don't remember them saying that. They were making fun of me there. He catches up on it.
yeah, I do miss a lot of the jokes. I'm just like, "Oh, right, that was a joke." Shit, I missed that.
Fuck.
All right,
Alright.
well, yeah, back to Rarity's personality. The point. What happened?
Why the fuck did you phrase it this way? Do you just ask for this?
What happened? What did I do?
Why do you like you make notes beforehand and then you have the next topic just worded the way it is?
Well, I'm not afraid to get physical.
Yeah, no, good. Go for it. Talk
I am-
about it. I'm ready.
It's only
What
you
if we're
who
going
thinks like
there?
this. You and probably Chip.
Maybe Chip and I we're on the same wavelength.
Going, does
Yeah.
this come into your mind? You're pretty innocent, right?
Sure.
Sure.
That's the best response. You're pretty innocent, right? Sure.
We'll see.
Also, yeah, damn, the voice channel got renamed. That's exciting stuff. Who did that?
That would suck.
It wasn't me.
Oh, was he? Oh, fair enough. Scary.
All right. Yeah, no.
Um,
Discuss Rarity
yeah,
and how
yeah, okay,
she's not
so,
afraid
yeah.
to get physical.
So, Rarity, you know, she is not afraid of a fight. You know, she'll like punch anyone that she needs to. What did I write the talking points? So, she like kicks the Manticore in the face in the start. During the Changeling invasion, she's pretty happy to just get stuck in and fight them when they're trying to like leave Canterlot. She in the Spike episode where he goes on like the pilgrimage to the Dragonlands, very defensive of Spike and is willing to just shred dragons to pieces if they hurt them.
I mean, I
And-
feel like that was kind of an open-ended threat there. I don't really think she'd be able to do much.
She wouldn't, but she would try, and you know
She
would.
would try. There was an
Um,
effort.
So this is a stark difference to the trope she feels in the first one, even though like we've already discussed that it's a sort of different trope. But yeah, Gummy, I'll throw this one to you first. What do you think of this aspect of her personality? What do you think this adds to her character? Yeah.
Okay. It shows that even though she's ladylike, she cares a lot about her friends, and she can handle herself basically. So everyone might think that she's very like easy to take advantage of or something, when she really isn't. She's not afraid to get her hands dirty when she needs to, just to help her friends out. It shows that she really cares about her friends and the safety of others.
It's a
Yes.
generosity. There you
element
go.
of generosity, willing to lend a
Yeah.
hoof to punch someone in the face with it.
Like when she's fighting the changelings, she's trying to protect everybody, basically. And when she said she was going to rip the dragons to pieces, well, she cares a lot about Spike.
She stands up for other people. What a decent human being or horse.
Rarity is a decent horse. Rarity is a good horse.
What a decent. That's how I feel about Rarity. Decent,
Decent.
not bad.
Not bad. To be honest, like, coming from you, that's actually quite a high compliment.
I mean, I like all of the horses, but like, some of them I
There
like
must
more
be
than
someone
others.
you hate.
Diamond Tiara's mom. There you go.
Fair enough. Alright, I can accept
I don't think Blue Blood. There's another one.
Yeah, everyone hates Blue Blood. Speaking of Blue Blood, that was just... I thought that was a weird aspect of Rarity's personality. I think that was
I
very
need to
out
marry
of
into
character.
royalty. Not out of character. It's season 1. All right.
Season 1. Everything's in character in Season 1.
Yeah.
Season 1 is the most the best. You look at that, you have the most accurate representation of all the characters.
No
Season
character
one
was
wasn't very
allowed.
good,
It's
was it?
illegal.
Fluttershy not being able to talk to anyone, yep, good,
Yep.
we got that. Applejack being Applejack, we got that one.
Did
Twilight
Applejack
being a
change
unicorn.
that?
Very stubborn. we
Twilight
got
being a
Rainbow Dash. Rainbow Dash was actually better in season 1 because you actually had downsides about, thinking hey, maybe I'm not all that confident. Not anymore, she's just a
The
douchebag.
Sonic Boom
So,
one was...
got past that.
That was her character development. She realised just how much she can be a cocky arse at.
Wait, I could be a cocky douchebag. Alright. Character development.
Alright, Chip, we didn't ask you yet. What about, before we go further into it, what about the not afraid to get physical? I'm still happy with how I worded that. Fuck off, Spone.
She's
What
not
about
afraid
that
to get
side?
physical.
What about that side of her?
I think it's just an extent of the twist to the character, as it were. Because, all of the main 6 have that trait. They're not really that afraid. It's even Fluttershy, who's basically a coward, does occasionally.
Does she?
Basically a coward.
When does she?
Kinda. When she's stealing creatures, she does it.
She gives them the eyes,
Yeah,
Also
you
looks
get the
into their
eyes.
soul.
Yeah.
But that's not really getting physical, is it? Like, she
I
does that,
mean-
otherwise she just, gives emotional support to the Storm
Dude,
King's
she
guards or
emotionally
something.
Yeah.
scars people is what she does.
She emotionally
Off screen,
scars.
you didn't know about it, but she was telling him to kill himself and that his family
Yeah.
doesn't love him or something. And then they pan back and she's just like, "Oh no, it's okay. The camera's on me again. Gotta be nice."
Fluttershy is actually it's like Friendship is Witchcraft, where Fluttershy is actually just a giant asshole and super
A huge asshole just never talks, but then you piss her off, and next thing you know, going off.
Yeah, and she can slide really far.
There you go.
Yep.
I'm glad you guys understood that reference. I think that's about it for that section, unless anyone has anything else they
That's
want.
about it. Not afraid to get physical. It's not like there's anything else we could talk about there.
No.
Definitely no fucking innuendos that could come out of that topic.
Yeah.
Can I get a new co-host?
Fucking, you can try.
Need someone. Other people don't have screaming families on Sundays, so
Hey, that's why we record on Friday until Drunk isn't able to record on Friday, so we move to Saturday.
yeah. And then he isn't even here anyway, but that's fine.
And then he isn't here anyway, so.
It's just a long, winding road that leads us to where we are today. But we're all
Really
having a
should.
great time, right? You have to say yes.
You have to say yes. You don't have the option.
Gummy just remains
Yes.
silent.
Gummy doesn't have anything else to say.
He's afraid. That's
It goes without saying.
My
I was
first
having a good
podcast.
time.
I'm like Fluttershy right now.
fine. It's Chip's first podcast, and
Hello, it's me.
I
If you
don't
think
know.
about it, less of a podcast and more of people shitting on each other, it works great.
Yeah, just imagine it's just a normal VC, except it's being
It's a
recorded.
normal VC, but it's being recorded
Thanks, that
with
really
four
helps.
people shitting on each other.
Yes.
Also, you have a live audience, so don't think about that either.
Yeah, live audience. We got an entire 4 people listening in, maybe 10 more once it's on YouTube. Basically, the whole world's gonna see this.
Yeah. We're famous now.
Pretty much, yeah. You're gonna have the whole fandom just looking at you. You're gonna be horse famous
Yeah.
by tomorrow.
Do we get free entry into cons now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
I mean, I should have told them that at Everfree Northwest. They didn't I didn't really listen to that.
We were doing it back then.
No. Well,
Ah.
yeah, I mean, we were. We've been doing this for a while now.
Have we? I guess we've done like 12.
Yeah,
and
there's
we've
12.
skipped weeks
Oh,
and
yeah, there's
stuff.
12 of them. It's been at least 12 weeks.
And we've skipped some. Like, the last one was 3 weeks ago. We've had a couple where it's been... Fucking
Yeah,
hell.
that's what you get for going to Galacon.
Yeah. We do this
Maybe
too
you
often.
shouldn't do that.
We should just stop this soon because I'm losing faith in myself. No, these are great.
It's slowly going into rambling mode where it's just, I don't know what I'm doing anymore, help.
Alright, so... Generosity.
Never heard of it.
It's that thing where you do something or give something to someone else despite it. I'm really struggling to come up with the definition right now.
I'm struggling. What is generosity again? Is it when you're nice to people?
Yeah, it's
I
when
don't
you're
know
nice to
that.
people and you're
Yeah, when you're nice to
selfless.
Are you saying that I give people things
Yeah, it's
Yep.
like when you
without like
give
any
something.
sort of reciprocity expected?
Yeah.
Is that how generosity works?
Yes.
You like give people things that you want, but also that they would want. You don't just like you're not dying and then you just give someone your EpiPen even though they don't need it. That's not generosity. That's just
That's not that's being
Suicide.
dumb. That's stupid is what that is. There's a difference.
I don't know the definition of altruism. What does altruism mean?
Oh my god.
I have no
NG,
clue.
Someone who get basically generous.
altruism is somebody who is like good all the time, like just selfless.
Yeah.
Altruism is putting others above yourself. Generosity is like, helping people out, but also taking care of yourself.
Basically. Something like that. I don't know.
Woo,
Alright,
somebody
I'm
knows
the English
words.
one. I'm the English one, I swear. Literally all three of you knew this apart from me.
Yeah, everyone's like, yeah, oh, it's fucking easy, man.
I
But
knew
yeah, generosity. Rarity does
so,
that.
Yeah, so
sometimes.
what do people think about her element? So, you got the loyalty, you got the honesty, you got the other ones, they're all fine. But she demonstrates it quite a few times. She like cuts off her tail for the serpent all the way back in season 1. That's like the first episode. Actually, no, I think that's the second episode that happens. But
I thought
first
yeah.
premiere, she makes the gala dresses for her friends, even though her friends take advantage of her because they're assholes. In that episode, at least. And you got Made in Manhattan as well. I think that's the one where Suri steals Rarity's materials and designs for the fashion show, but she doesn't let it wound her generosity, and that's also a really nice song. Generosity, one of my favorite songs in the show.
Yeah.
How do people like that aspect of her? How is it compared to the other elements? Is it you like your favorite?
Is it unique and does
Yeah.
it make an impact on the show?
Yeah, thank you, Spone. See, this is why you're a co-host. You take it from
Question
here.
mark. I hear you wording things and I'm like, okay, NG, you need to stop.
No, I'm
You're just confusing everyone, including yourself, and then you just keep going and you
Just-
don't know what you're talking
just
about.
take it from here. I trust in you, Spone.
All
I'm
right.
having issues.
Rarity is generous sometimes when she, it fits for the episode. How do you guys feel generosity impacts the show?
That is how a pro does it.
We'll start with Chip.
I think when the show focuses on the element characteristics, as it were, so like when any of the main characters are focusing on that, and that's the entire trait for the episode, it kind of suffers for it because they're basically gutting everything else for the sake of that thing on its own. But when she's being generous and it's not the focus, I think it's a good thing, basically.
Dude, it's
Because-
incredibly neat. I'll give you that.
Because the only other main cast that's like that entirely, most of the time, is Applejack with Honesty. And the rest of the characters just randomly don't apply theirs.
I mean, to be fair, Fluttershy's kindness is kind of applicable everywhere.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to say, like, yeah, this episode's going to be based on kindness, like the rest of the episodes
Yeah.
aren't. We don't really look at kindness in the other episodes. It's a side thought.
Yeah.
But no, I'm going to have to agree with that one. I'd have to say that, generosity, it's neat when it's not the main focus, when it's not like, oh, gotta make sure to be generous.
Yeah.
Like when it's like thrown in there where it's like, oh help, I need assistance, and Rarity's like, don't worry, I'll save the day. It's like, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
It's a nice little character development. NG,
Like,
you want to add anything there?
I really like the song Generosity.
God damn it, NG. Is this all you had prepared?
It's
Just
a
hyperpixel song
great
now.
song, and it
mean
highlights
the
a lot
song,
of good,
right?
generous moments.
I mean, you're not
I don't
wrong.
remember that song, to be honest.
You don't remember that song?
Oh, no,
No,
God. Now you've done it.
Is it time for karaoke?
NG is the only one who actually pays attention to the songs in the
It's
show, so
always
don't
time
worry,
for
he'll remind you.
Hey, I pay attention to the songs in the show.
Alright,
somewhat.
okay. 2 people pay attention to the songs in the show.
It's
There
the
we
one
go.
where I won't sing it because Spone's banned me from singing on podcasts.
Yeah, you're not allowed to sing on the
Unfortunate.
podcast, I'm sorry.
Oh, come on, sing it.
You can try to sing it if you want. I'll let you have like 5 seconds of amnesty.
Yeah, remember when people tell me to sing, that's when I don't sing.
Oh, well, there you go.
It's not like this is the main focus.
It's not like it's being recorded or that you
No
have an
one's
audience.
listening. This will not be
Yeah,
abused.
no one's
whatsoever.
listening.
It's the one that's like I don't even know how to describe it. It's a good song.
It's the one where the main lyric is generosity.
Yeah,
It's the one about
that's the-
generosity, and Rarity also helps.
and Rarity is really generous to everyone. She gives her scarf to someone on the top of the Statue of Liberty.
She spins around a lamppost.
Flies
She
away.
flies
Yeah,
away.
I remember that.
Gives a massive tip to the valet at the hotel, like just an entire fucking diamond for taking their bags. That's somewhere I'd really like to work.
Gonna be honest, I think they overdo generosity sometimes with the show.
They do a little
Yeah.
bit.
They make
don't-
it less like generosity and more so like selflessness.
I don't get what the value of a gem is.
Dude,
in
like yeah,
the show.
it feels like the economy is a little inflated sometimes because like we have gold and then we just move straight up to like diamonds and shit.
And then just Spike eats it, just like, oh hey Spike,
Yeah,
I've got this
Spike's-
spare like
Yeah, and it costs like a couple
2
gold for
kilo
like some
diamond.
flowers, and then like you look at diamonds and shit, and like Spike's are fucking eating them. Like, I'm not really sure what like the cost ratio is between bits and like gems.
He's just eating things worth like
Yeah.
£10,000 every bite.
yeah.
It's very expensive to have a pet.
We might never know.
To be fair,
it's
Twilight's the
funny.
only one we know with the pet dragon, and she's got
Slave
royal
dragon.
connections, so
So she's got that fucking $1 million loan. I see. Gotcha.
yeah. When's the last time you saw the Earth ponies with some rich fancy pets? Applejack just has a fucking dog.
Look, they have a farm, all right. They should be making bank if you think about it. How many farmers are there?
Like every Earth pony ever.
Every Earth pony ever.
Like a third of the
Incorrect.
population.
A lot of them grow flowers.
That's farming. You farm flowers.
Do you farm flowers? I mean,
Yeah.
technically, yes. To a degree. I don't know if it's as lucrative because you don't. I guess they do eat flowers now that I think about it.
Yeah.
You know what? Fair enough.
There we go. Fucking dabbed on you, mate.
I mean, yeah, they eat flowers. I forgot that they're not people, so there you go.
Yeah, they have a daisy sandwich and hay burgers and things. Something they have to farm
yummy.
grass.
They farm grass.
I mean,
It grows
maybe-
fucking everywhere. And yet we farm it.
I mean, you still might have to farm it. I don't know.
Fucking farming grass.
Did we
Alright.
talk to Gummy
Oh,
about
no.
generosity yet?
No, we didn't ask Gummy about
No,
generosity.
we-
Gummy, how do you feel about generosity?
I feel that basically I think it's nice, but I really like some of the episodes, like for example, Rarity Investigates. It does show that she's generous, but they don't overdo it. It focuses on Rarity, but they don't overdo the whole generosity thing. It just shows that she doesn't give up and is willing to help Rainbow Dash out. And
yeah.
just like what Chip said, that sometimes they have like Rarity doing generous things in like other episodes where they don't focus on it. For one episode I really do like, where it kind of shows that Rarity is generous, is that, remember that episode where Spike goes through puberty or something? I don't
Oh.
remember that episode.
I try to repress
Or
that
it becomes a
episode.
giant dragon.
No, when
Yeah.
he grows wings.
Oh,
One
the
of
molting one.
Molt
Yeah.
down. Yeah, no, that one's good. All right, fair enough.
Yeah. Like it, Rarity's in it, but she's not like a very minor character. She's more like a side character, but it shows that she's generous enough to get Sakura to find like a potion or something for Spike to help him with his itches or something like rash.
Yeah, she does
No,
kind of go
yeah.
a lot out of her way just to help Spike. And doesn't even like brag about it. She's just like, "Oh hey Sakura, Spike has no idea she would be there." Did he?
So yeah, I kind of like those type of episodes because it balances the generosity out, and yeah.
Yeah, I agree. It is absolutely nice for her character when they show the generosity being like, look, she does good things for people when, it's not the main focus. Now,
And-
also, we could look
yeah.
back to when she was with fucking, who is the one, not Coco, but the other one, that's Suri, that one. Where it's like, oh, I'm going to be generous, and then I get fucked over. I'm still going to be generous. Fair enough, but also it seems a little forced.
Yes, but I don't know. I guess she's had a lot more positive experiences of generosity than
Oh,
negative.
no, I agree.
So
But it is good, and it's cool to show that to her character that even if she does get fucked over, she's still going to be generous. That being said, sometimes it feels like she's a little too lenient, and other times she's like, oh, I'll be, generous to an extent. And then other times, like when they're around villains, sometimes it's just like, nah, fuck you.
I guess, but I
I
do
mean,
like what Gummy said. I do agree with Gummy heavily. Just the subtle
Absolutely.
generosity is the best one.
And she's kind of like Miss Main, like basically.
She is like Miss Main. That's almost like they
Um,
put that into the show to be like her.
Yeah, but basically she just kind of takes after Miss Main and stuff, so that's why she's like generous and yeah. I don't know where I was going with
I
that.
forgot what
You're
Miss
not
May
wrong.
does.
She's the one who gives away her beauty so that like the garden can be pretty again or whatever.
Yeah.
It's a flashback. She's a pillar,
Yeah.
It's like Applejack being the strong one. I don't remember what the fuck he does.
Her VA
He's
is really
strong.
nice. That's about all I know.
Fucking yeah, because you gotta meet them.
Yeah, she's
All I remember was Miss Main.
exciting.
Also, are you going to Silver Shill out or?
Silver Shill's best pony.
Okay,
This
there you go.
podcast,
Yeah.
Silver Shill is best pony for the purposes of
Thank you for
the podcast.
Silver
That's the next
selling out.
podcast.
Next podcast, Silver Shill.
Yeah, we could talk about how he helps Applejack realize. I'm going to put Silver Shill in the Applejack podcast. That's what I'm going to do.
That's what I'm gonna do.
That's what I'm going to
There
do.
you go. I know what's coming up next.
We've done Pinkie Pie one, done a Rarity one. We've got to do like another one next. We can't just keep doing main characters. We're going to run out of them.
We're gonna run out of main characters. Fuck.
Do Starlight.
So we've done
Fucking-
Starlight.
We already did Starlight.
You haven't even listened to like the countless hours of other podcasts. Like, oh my god,
Didn't
We
do
went
his
to
research.
prepare.
I listened to the Twilight one.
is that just because I had Arctics?
I just want to see what he sounded like.
Just wanted to know.
That is the perfect I swear that's like why half the people listen to it. It's like, I wonder what Sky sounds like. And it just flicks on
Oh my
the
God, that's what
EQD
Sky
one.
sounds like.
I was curious to see his accent. Okay, I like accents.
What does T6 sound like? Fucking flip over to one. Oh,
Yeah, I wonder what Gummy sound.
I think
does
the
Blue sound
average,
like? Everyone
the
knows.
average view time is like 9 minutes or something.
dude, that's all you
Sure.
need.
That is all you need. They just flick to where the. To be fair, that's fine. If we just get
Increases our
people's
view
voice
count.
reveals.
It really inflates our ego.
Yes,
great.
which like this one, our first one's nearing like 100 views, even though it's the worst one, which is
Dude,
impressive.
it's obviously the best one with that many views.
Yeah,
even
it's
though
obviously the
garbage.
best one.
Yeah.
It's probably a reason why like those views don't carry forward. They just listen to the first one, and go, "Dear God," and then just stop.
Dear God, they don't look at any of the other ones.
We should
We just need to edit the first one and just have like a fucking announcement at the beginning saying that we're very sorry for what we've done.
when we upload it. That's the like the content creator that we need.
Exactly. Hey, speaking of generosity, let's talk about times when Rarity was not generous. No,
heresy.
nothing. All right.
No.
I guess it doesn't happen because nobody had
Doesn't
anything.
That doesn't happen. That doesn't happen.
Nothing to comment on. You guys don't want to look at that. All right. Yeah.
I mean, most of the prompts were actually when it wasn't her fault. So, like, when she was
Yeah.
discorded,
okay,
you
yes,
had
fair
Top the
enough.
Boulder, you had the Mean Six
Mean Six
version.
so literally a separate character.
Yeah, but it's still kind of the same one. But then you do get some
Kinda.
ones, like, this one I like, not working on Twilight's birthday dress, in the Becoming Popular episode. Like, she very much put herself over Twilight, and that was kind of the point of it.
I
The
need to
episode.
get popular.
And
These ponies are popular. I like how in the newer seasons she's gotten over that.
yeah,
But in the beginning seasons, she's kind of like, oh my god, popularity and being famous. I need that.
same as the Sonic Boom episode, kind of, where she gets those butterfly wings, and it's just like, hey everyone, look at me.
It's just the early on shit where it's like, oh, gotta make sure that I'm trying to get famous.
It is the early on shit, but it's still the canon shit.
Yeah, it's still canon, but it was early on. I'm glad that she's gotten past that, though. I think she's kind of realized that you don't gotta worry about it so much.
It's character development, yeah. But alright, so I'll throw this to Gummy first. What did you think about that old aspect to her personality? Did you like Rarity right away when you started watching the show? Because this was very early on in the season, or did you like her more as it went on, and did this affect that?
I think I liked her more when it went on. At first, she was sort of selfish, but all of the main six had bigger flaws back then, so she wasn't perfect, and there was still growth for every pony. But she definitely became better in the later seasons. For example, her butterfly wings, that was still very early in the season, and it was later in the season. I don't think she would do anything like that.
Yeah, I guess that was kind of the point of that episode, to kind of, because it was kind of resolved at the end of that episode, just like, Rarity, you probably shouldn't do that, and then there you go, it was solved.
You probably should not do that. Okay.
Yeah, there was still growth for her.
Hey,
Still
at least she learns.
the bit of the anthology where it's just black and white and Rainbow Dash shivering in the corner, and then it's got that double rainbow song playing. That was the anthology is great. All right, what about you, Chip? What about you? What do you think about this early Rarity sort of selfishness and character development? Did you like her back then?
For the first few seasons, Twilight was my favorite character, and because that's basically another archetype I like, which is the smart, bookish one, which she kind of goes out of, not the archetype in its whole, but the very
The learning
self-centered.
one.
Yeah.
Twilight grows out of being a book nerd and becomes a princess with responsibilities.
Yes.
Yeah, she kind of goes from being the learner to the teacher, which is fair enough. Twilight used to be my favorite back early in the seasons as well.
It's almost like progress with character development.
But then in the movie, she was a dick.
It doesn't happen.
But in the movie, she's a
Stop
dick.
lying.
You're not wrong.
Yes.
We talked about the movie. You're not wrong.
That is... yeah. I take it you're talking about the Sequestria part.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was talking about something else,
Oh,
but she was
yeah.
also a dick
I
there.
was
I was also thinking of season 8. She sort of ruined something in season 8. I don't remember which episode, but she did something.
Now it just feels like you're trying to fucking straw man. You're just coming on in oh yeah, that one thing she did, fucking hated it.
Yeah.
Twice
That one
trash
non-specific
character.
thing happened.
There was that thing that happened this time in season 8, and I didn't like it.
He's just trying to trigger Arctics, none that he's listening in.
I think it's the app which Jack and Raven Dash episode.
That was in no way her fault.
Yeah, that was their own.
Don't
fault.
you dare! Don't
How
you
could she
dare.
trust those two though?
Alright, yeah, fair
I
enough.
don't know how
Trusting
she's
those
friends
two
with those two.
Don't know how she's friends. Well,
I mean,
Applejack gives her food and Rainbow Dash clears the sky, so it's kind of like a political
guess.
relationship.
A
They
recent
kinda
one she
stuck
kind of
together.
messed up is Shadow Play. Because Twilight's just all in on... I forget his name. Good job.
Oh yeah, she did that as well.
Yeah.
I kind of knew that was gonna happen. I was like, Twilight's gonna mess up.
Twilight's gonna fuck this up.
Yeah.
And she did.
I forgot what episode that is, I won't lie.
Fucking
Start
yeah.
all the
basically-
bird. Thank you, everyone.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Don't worry.
Twilight's a
It's
trash
their plan.
character. We can establish this.
Very relevant to the Rarity podcast.
Yeah, I
they
gotta save it for
both
the.
got horns.
Yeah, they have horns. They do magic things.
They do magic things. That's
Yep.
basically the same character.
Yeah, they're both ponies as well.
I'm sure they're both generous at times. Twilight's probably
Yeah.
been more generous than Rarity, to be honest,
Really? What makes you think that?
because she has more screen time.
There were times where Twilight was generous, more so than Rarity has been.
Look, I don't have a fucking argument ready for this.
Well, then,
I was just
don't
making
throw your
bullshit claims.
garbage opinions out, yeah?
That wasn't an opinion. It was a bullshit claim, and I'm admitting to it.
You're in the wrong side of town, buddy, to start making those claims.
Hey, you guys want to talk about something that's absurd? You guys should look at how many episodes Rarity's actually in.
Aren't they all in loads of episodes? Because, they're the main
Okay, yes,
six.
a lot of them are, but like Rarity, if you look at like the thing, it's like a bunch of green and then like little tiny dots of red sometimes.
I
Like, she's in a
will...
lot.
It's on the MLP wiki, right? Something like
Yeah.
that.
It's on the MLP wiki.
I'm going to look at the main characters and like get percentages for all of them, and I'll get some figures ready.
Alright, you get back to me on that once you have your Excel spreadsheet ready.
Yeah, I was actually going to use Excel. But yeah, I'll fuck you up, mate.
You fucked me up, alright.
Back
I
on,
believe it.
Back on Rarity. We kind of talked about this a little bit already, but in the whole love of beauty thing, but her career, it's a unique aspect to her personality. No one else really has a career. Like, yeah, the apples own the farm.
Incorrect. They all have careers.
Do they? But,
I'll have you know. We got to look at Applejack. Definitely has a career farming.
yeah, but
Rainbow
not-
Dash is in the Wonderbolts. Yeah, that's a career. I think.
Yes, it
I'm
technically
honestly
is.
not sure what they do, but like I'm sure you get paid. Maybe.
They go fast.
Fluttershy, she has an animal reserve now. She takes care of animals there, so
I
she has a
forgot
career.
about that.
Yeah, you forgot about that. I didn't.
I mean, it's a
Fucking Twilight, she's a
sanctuary.
Technically, they're all teachers, so they all have jobs. So
Yeah.
I'm already winning there. Fucking.
I mean, are their careers really important if they can just quit to become teachers?
Yeah. I mean, they don't quit. They just do it on the side. Although, honestly, I don't know how they find the time to like do teaching and also take care
It
of their
does seem
shit.
like a full-time school, so
If you
fucking
can't
is.
do teach, if you can't teach, teach PE.
Teach PE. You mean like Rainbow Dash?
Yes, somehow. That's the yeah.
Ironically, that all works out.
She's not even the only business one because Applejack is actually pretty decent business wise. Like the entire
They sell apples.
yeah. I mean the whole
Apple.
at the gala song, it was just like, oh yeah, I want to go meet the. I don't want to go meet the Wonderbolts. I want to go to the biggest party in the world. I want to sell apples.
Dude, she has her business first. She knows.
Business first. To be fair, if she doesn't sell the apples, then like her entire family are just poor and stuff. They need a fund like the barn breaking every 3 days. It's a tough endeavor.
Dude, living in Ponyville just means your house is gonna get destroyed a lot.
Yeah,
It happens.
It's just something you have to live with. It's like living on a fault line.
Exactly. California.
Yeah,
This is what we've learned.
Ponyville is California.
So yeah, talking about
Yes.
Rarity's career with her, she started off with one business. She's grown her empire to an astonishing, 3 businesses now?
I thought it was 4.
I think
Fucking
it's
maybe 4, I don't know.
What other chains? You got Ponyville.
You got Manhattan and
Canterlot.
Canterlot.
Manhattan.
Manhattan, Canterlot, Ponyville. Those are the
Ponyville.
only ones I know of.
What's the other one?
I just said the 3. I don't think there are 4.
Okay. I could be wrong.
Dude, suddenly a
I
4th
mean,
one
you are
disappears.
the one that is literally fanatical about Rarity. Like, if someone
Fuck
shouts
yeah, I
out
don't know.
Rarity within range of you, I would not be surprised if you physically attacked them. So, I'd believe you if you said there were 4. If you were sure.
Dude, you could say there's 20 and I'd have to believe him.
Sure.
Yeah,
There's
basically.
30, okay.
There's
30.
30.
It's the-
They haven't been introduced yet, but there will be 30.
She's
Yeah.
been growing her empire off screen.
just secretly has a drug ring in the background as well.
There you go.
getting I can't even come up with some horse drug name. I'm not that good at improv.
Horse tranquilizer. That's fucking.
I just take horse tranquilizer in small. It's like morphine basically, right? But for horses.
You mean ket?
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, ketamine.
Oh, there you go.
Ketamine. Yeah.
See, that's why we have 4 people here. One of them knows something.
Someone's bound to know something.
Someone knows
One of
Rarity
them
actually
lives
has
next to a
30
farm.
stores. Someone knows.
What we've learned is, NG, you want to have 3 people around just in case you don't know what it is, so all 3 of them can tell you.
That would be really handy if I could just have 3 people following me around at all times to stop me being a retard.
Just like, oh hey, yep, that's good. Thank you for answering my question that I had. How do I spell this? Because that's what you're going to be asking most of the time.
Do we want to talk about
You
the
mean how
career?
you spell
There
tentative?
isn't much to talk about that we haven't
But,
talked
like,
about
there's not
already.
much to talk about the career, but you know what? I do enjoy seeing the characters that she interacts with at her businesses.
Yeah,
Like,
they
I
actually
like
set the
that.
premise for some interesting episodes as well.
They got like
Yeah.
Sassy Saddles, interesting character. Got fucking Coco, which is kind of shit, but also an interesting character.
Just
And then
shit on two guests,
you
right?
got some of the other ones that come in sometimes. It's like, oh look, they're just like unique ponies that come into the store. There was also that Fluttershy episode that people loved with her like pretending to be other people.
Yeah, I like
Oh,
I
that
yeah,
still
one.
that's a good
haven't seen that
episode.
one.
You still haven't seen that one.
Jesus,
It's great.
it's okay. It's not bad.
It's not bad. It kind of the whole career. She's kind of like the most responsible of the main six as well, in a way.
True.
Like, I know Twilight is a princess, but she's
Like
kind of
responsibility wise, Rarity's pretty damn good.
a shit one. Yeah.
I can't argue that one. Responsibility, she's not bad there. Overreacting to things though, yeah, she's definitely on the list there.
It's for comedy, like Maud.
It's for don't talk to me about fucking comedy and then mention Maud. Those don't belong in the same fucking
You
sentence.
said
and
you
know
don't.
it.
Last
no.
podcast, you said you don't hate Maud, and there's no more
I don't
Maud
hate-
shitting on.
Well, that's obviously not. Yeah, it's gonna keep happening. I can't help it. All right.
Well, what about you two guys? Do you have anything to add about the whole career aspect? So do you, like you obviously both like it. You've mentioned you liked it before, but
Yeah.
anything else you want to add on it?
Well,
Unique take or
yeah.
whatever. Nah, yeah.
Being
I like
the
how it
business
expands
savvy person.
throughout.
Well, yeah, nothing much to add, but it shows that she is a good business pony, and she's really smart in business. Like, who would expect that she would be really smart in business?
She does things with money and it's good.
She does things. She's probably also the best with money. I'm pretty sure Pinkie
she's
Pie's
not-
the
yeah.
worst with money.
Incorrect.
I think
Pie
she's the
does.
best with money and business. I think she's better than Applejack with business.
Well, Applejack's just got one farm, just in one location. What a trash
I mean, to
business
be
plan.
fair, she
It's
also
also a
has to
family
take care
farm,
of
though.
like a family. She's got shit that she has to take care of.
Yeah.
Applejack just gets shit done by like her extended family probably coming in, be like, "Hey, we need to like steal some of your money because all of our other businesses are shit."
And her
We all
parents
grow
are
apples,
dead,
we're all
so
competing
she's the
fucking
one that
companies.
has to-
Yeah.
She's the one that has to take
Like
on
we-
the responsibility for parents and things. Then again, Rarity has to take on the responsibility of her parents because they're just never there.
Yeah.
Honestly, if
We
we never
try
saw them,
having-
people would probably just... If we never saw them in that one episode, people would just assume they're dead.
Yeah.
Just like Applejack, but we know they're dead. And...
It's
Nah,
like
hasn't
Applejack
been
but with less
officially said yet.
confirmation.
That's my favourite.
So, yeah.
You want to start getting
I
into
really-
the people she interacts with? Or...
Yeah, I feel like her relationships are kind of like the best part of the show, just like any other character.
Yeah,
Characters
the way
by
they
themselves
interact with
kinda
everyone
suck.
It's ju-
Interacting with people, good.
It's just a 20-minute episode of just inside Rarity's mind. It's just...
Just fucking Rarity by herself in
Yeah.
a room.
She's just locked in a room and you just hear all her thoughts. She's trying to escape. It's interesting premise.
Let's be honest here, she'd be one of the ones to go insane.
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Lock Rarity in a room by herself, goes insane. Applejack, she'd probably be fine. Fluttershy would probably fucking love it. Twilight, just read a fucking book. Rainbow Dash would probably also go insane.
Twilight would just teleport out or some shit, or just blow it up, or
No, that's Starlight. Starlight's the one that fucking blows it up.
yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. Nah, Twilight wouldn't have the common sense to teleport out. Come on now.
It doesn't
she
blow
just
it
sit
up.
there,
It banishes the room from the school. In inverted
Vanishes the room. Be gone.
Alright, so Sweetie Belle, that's probably one of the characters that
It's good in the show.
she probably
yeah, you're right.
interacts with the most. Yeah, everyone loves Sweetie Belle. Alright, just quickly going down the list. Best King Mark Crusader, Spone.
Sweetie Belle.
Chip.
Gabby.
Fuck you. Not even a good answer. Oh, my favorite's Babseed. Okay. Gotta be that guy. There's always one.
Gotta be that one.
Gummy.
Sweetie Belle.
Sweetie Belle.
Thank
Yep, Sweetie Belle hit. Okay, so Sweetie Belle is
All
best
right,
Chipmunk
now
Crusader.
if we're talking like actual like logic wise, Sweetie Belle's most definitely the best. If we're
Yeah.
talking like pure episode potential wise, I still like Apple Bloom.
Yeah, and then Scootaloo's just there. and-
Scootaloo's kind of there and garbage, but you know what? People like her because they like Rainbow Dash. So,
Yeah.
Rainbow?
Scootaloo's
best,
better than Rainbow
recommendation.
Dash. Scootaloo
dude,
is...
agreed.
I like all three of them. Like, the worst Junior Mark Crusader is much better than the worst main six.
All right,
Who's the worst
so
main six?
oh god,
Rainbow Dash,
Rainbow Dash,
probably,
obviously.
yeah.
No, I think it's AJ.
I think it's
That's
AJ.
that's a fair enough debate. It's there's a lot of arguments just like AJ's worse, no Rainbow Dash is worse, and then it's just like who's fifth, who's sixth.
hey, but then there's another person in the corner who's like, "Hey, Fluttershy's worse," and they're like, "Yeah, you know what? It can't be wrong." Nobody's
Fluttershy-
arguing for Fluttershy.
Fluttershy is just in the middle somewhere. It's fine. Just leave it alone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Nobody argues there.
Okay, so what do people think of Rarity's relationship with Sweetie Belle? So you got some of the earlier season stuff, like the Sisterhood social, using. I really like that episode with the whole like using the gems as glue, which
Using the gems as glue. What? The fuck episode are you talking about?
my words, I'm having. She uses gems and glue to make like a nice heart for Rarity, and then Rarity gets angry because apparently sometimes gems are worth something, sometimes gems are just pet food.
Yeah, sometimes gems are worth something. Sometimes you just hand them out as like food.
But yeah, that was a nice one. She's also kind of a dick to Sweetie Belle sometimes. Like when they go camping, Sweetie Belle's just like, "I want to go camping. I want to go camping," and then Rarity's just like, "Oh, darling, okay, we'll go." And then
Well, fuck, I guess if you're not gonna shut up, okay.
and then just makes Sweetie Belle carry like giant
Carry
car
all my
full of
shit.
like camping glamping shit.
Oh, you want to go camping, do you? You want to go camping?
Well, they're just like, yeah, carry my garbage. And then Sweetie Belle
Carry
don't
my
even mind.
fucking shit.
Sweetie Belle's just like struggling uphill, just like sweating string, just like I have the best sister. But
I have the best sister making me carry all her shit, and she didn't even want to go camping with me.
so there's another side to it as well. And then their parents are just never there, so it's kind of the parental figure as well that Rarity has for Sweetie Belle.
Dude, okay, real question. Everyone knows what like their dad looks like. What does their mom look like?
I don't remember.
Yeah, that's what I
I
thought. Nobody
remember.
does.
I'm
Nobody.
imagining Twilight's mum.
That
She has like
it's
a pink
obviously
bow
incorrect.
kind of hair.
Let me Google this.
I was gonna say nobody remembers what their fucking mom looks like.
Did you have
People
to
can
mention
remember
this? Now I have
fucking.
to like overlay this on the podcast or some shit. Note
People
to
can
self,
remember
NG, overlay this on the
fucking-
podcast.
Magnum, whatever the fuck his name is, Magnum Dong. But
Magnum.
nobody remembers.
Is that a name?
no, it's a joke. It was a meme.
Okay.
But yeah, his name's Magnum something, I think.
Rarity's mum. Have you got a picture?
Yeah.
Fuck it, you think I have a picture?
Oh, fucking
Yeah, there's
hell.
a yeah. Nobody remembers what her fucking mom looks like, but it looks fucking awful.
Wait a minute. They have their last names. Does this mean Rarity's last name is Flank or something?
What? What's their full
No,
name?
there's-
I don't think she has.
Okay, go ahead.
No, last name's what weird in Equestria. So
Yeah.
you got Sweetie Belle as well. Unless Sweetie Belle's just like a middle name or like a two-toned
Here.
forename.
So is it
Oh,
Crumbles?
Oh, it's Hondo. It's not Magnum. My bad.
Yeah.
Hondo Flanks and Cookie Crumbles.
Oh no, it says also known as Magnum.
Rarity Crumbles.
Oh, also known as Magnum? Dude, I knew it. Magnum Flanks, the ideal
So
name.
what's her last name then?
Rarity Flanks, obviously. Rarity
Is it like
Flank.
Crumbles. Or-
Rarity Flanks Crumbles Bills.
That's the name we'll. Yeah, you can start to see why she only calls herself Rarity for like 8 seasons.
Yeah, you can see why she's named herself Rarity.
Fair
It's
enough.
like, oh, she just goes to the equestrian DMV one day. What's your name? She's like, oh, it's Rarity. Oh, what's your full name? Oh, Rarity Flanks
Belle.
Magnum Crumbles Bell.
Bell.
Just say Bell.
Just call me Rarity, please.
Yeah.
Like Sweetie Belle's just a nickname as well, and her real name's just like Neapolitan Crumble or something.
I mean, we could solve this problem by just assuming that they don't have last names.
Nah, that's no fun.
How does
Nah.
Mayor or Pinkie Pie keep track of the? How do you file their names?
Dude,
My
to think about
first
it,
name, what
how does
craziness
Mayor
is this?
Mayor? How is that even her name? Mayor Mayor. That's her fucking job position.
It's a
It's just
legal
a-
requirement to
Yeah.
rename after you get her. So, like, Applejack was born another name. I can't
Jacking
think of
apples.
one.
Is that what you're gonna say?
And then she started to work on the farm, and she had to like shove apple in there somewhere.
And he's like, her name's Jack. Ah, fuck. We got another one. Fucking apples pop up.
All right, back to Sweetie Belle.
Back
What-
to Sweetie Belle.
What do people think of Rarity's relationship with Sweetie Belle? I'll throw this to you, Gummy, again.
I think it's a interesting relationship because sometimes they get along, sometimes they fight, but most siblings are like that. And with the camping thing, well, Sweetie Belle did kind of force Rarity to come along, so Rarity just wanted to enjoy herself, so that's why she made Sweetie Belle carry all of her stuff.
That's not an
Wait, hang on.
excuse.
Can we back up? Are you trying to like legitimize like making her fucking younger sister carry fucking tons of shit?
Well, Sweetie Belle did
What
try
you
to
made
force
her
Rarity to
do
go.
it?
She tried to
You
guilt
forced her to
trip
do it.
Rarity
You
into
may
going.
as well.
So
fucking
Rarity's like,
just carry
fine, I'll
all
go,
of
but
her
you're
shit.
carrying my stuff.
Sweetie needs to go strong.
You need to grow strong. I'm doing this for you. It's for your own good, as she's like fucking beating her fucking sister.
It's to build
I
the
just show that
muscles
she
to
does
button.
care about
Puts
Sweetie
her in a
Belle.
fucking box in the corner. Fucking like, you get to stay there. This is for your own good.
Builds
You will learn to
character.
escape.
Like,
Builds
what's the
character.
episode where she hangs out with Sweetie all day and eats ice cream and stuff?
Dude,
like,
that was a good
just show-
episode.
Yeah.
I like
Just show that
one.
she does care for Sweetie.
Dude, that was much better. That was a much
Yeah,
better
And she
fucking.
kind of and she missed.
But
the
yeah, siblings
younger
fight
members.
like that.
How do you think
And
it
the-
compares to Apple Bloom and Applejack, Scootaloo and Rainbow Dash?
Okay, Scootaloo Rainbow Dash is garbage. I mean, it's kind of cute that
It
like
is cute,
Rainbow
come
Dash
on.
sometimes shows up and takes care of a kid. Other than that, we don't know what the fuck she's doing unless you want to look at like
Yeah.
books or comics or some shit.
We still don't know where Scootaloo sleeps. We know she sleeps in a room somewhere, but no idea
He
where.
lives in a room
Somewhere.
in
Somewhere
an undisclosed location.
in the Ponyville orphanage.
There you go.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah,
you know,
sorry.
I-
Carry on.
take it away.
Oh, you were asking you to compare it to like the other sisterly relationships. Of
Oh,
Applejack
like-
and Apple.
I
'Cause,
mean-
like Apple Bloom and Applejack don't really fight too much, but it's still
Yeah,
like
they
a good
don't, but-
sisterly relationship.
but still, they still fight. And Rarity and Applejack's personality is kind of different, so that's why Rarity clashes with Sweetie Belle a bit more. But then again, Applejack and Apple Bloom do fight. And Rainbow Dash and Scootaloo, they aren't even really siblings, so...
Yeah, they never really fight, do they? Because they're just together. So
Because-
It's like
They aren't siblings, basically.
yeah, it's like a parent that's more of a friend than a parent.
Yeah.
It's like,
I mean,
oh
they
look, let's go eat ice cream and have fun, haha. And then like they get home and then like passes out drunk on the couch. Doesn't actually put the kid to bed like that.
yeah.
But then again, I think Rainbow Dash did fight Scootaloo once, and that was when Scootaloo invited parents to the Wonder Boat thing.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't really a fight, but Rainbow Dash was angry.
Rainbow Dash
Yeah.
was angry. How dare you invite my parents to enjoy the
Yeah.
things that their daughter does? They encourage me and I don't like it, but I tell them this and they don't listen.
Basically.
I don't like having supportive parents,
Nah,
Didn't we
nah.
moan about this on the Rainbow Dash one? I felt like we moaned about this on the
Probably.
Rainbow Dash one. Or the parents one, either one.
Let's just say that her fucking family made her the way she is and that it's fucking shit.
Yes.
Overly
The
supportive.
parents are to blame for the character we have today.
Boost her ego. They did this.
Alright, what about you, Chip? We haven't gone to you yet. What are your thoughts on Sweetie Belle, Sweetie Belle's relationship with Rarity? All the garbage we've talked about so far.
Yeah. I think it's a really sweet relationship. Like I think it's the first one is for Sisterhood Social, and Rarity's just like basically like, fuck off, no, I'm not dealing with you at the moment. So she runs away. But I like how she tries to make up for it in the end of basically pretending not to be herself to take part because Sweetie didn't want it. And I think that's kind of cute.
Doing
in
it
a
for
weird way.
Sweetie. Do it
Yeah.
for her. and then
You don't
she's-
want to hang with me, so I'm making you.
What about the whole
No.
like slave driving part of it?
Yeah. I think it's meant to be like played as a joke, so
We overlook that.
yeah.
We don't mention that.
If we're ignoring the fact it's meant to be played as a joke, like it's kind of whack. Like she can be kind of a dick, but
Yeah.
like she's the same with Spike, not to look at the notes later on or anything.
If it isn't a joke, it's probably not okay.
Yeah.
I always make
Because-
my. How old would, like, in human years, how old would you say Sweetie Belle is? Like,
Like 10, probably.
yeah, just making your 10-year-old sister carry, like, your giant, like, 30-kilogram bag for camping. That's.
Dude, you guys think that they're
Well,
younger than like I do. I think
any
that I always thought they
question,
were like
girls.
13.
I'm pretty sure Sweetie is around freshman.
I
What does
have
that
no
mean
idea
in
how
English
old that
terms?
What does that
Grade
mean in
9.
not equestrian girls terms?
Basically grade 9, which is basically 14, 15.
They probably are now, yeah. They
Yeah.
did grow up with the show, which is a nice part of it.
There you go.
But yeah, around the time with around the time of the slave driving episode, they were about 10.
NG, you better answer your own damn question.
I haven't been answering any of these, haven't I? I
No,
really
no.
like their relationship. I think Sweetie Belle is the best Cutie Mark Crusader. I think Rarity is second best horse. When they're together, I just love it. I don't think I've ever disliked an episode with either of them in them. They're both fantastic characters. They work really well with each other. Rarity can be an arsehole to Sweetie Belle, but again, I guess that's part of the joke. And they've also had some like really sweet moments as well, such as the end of Sisterhood Social or the ice cream eating one where Rarity misses the moments where Sweetie Belle was younger, but then comes to realize you're older now and I can still do things that I enjoy with you. It's
I could still make you do slave labor.
it's a nice sisterly relationship. I think Apple Bloom and Applejack's one is too perfect. Not that that's a bad thing, but it's not interesting.
Yeah.
And
Rainbow Dash and
yeah, they
Sue
just
is-
it's cute when it's there, but it's not there very much.
Cute when it's there, but it's not a relationship. It's just like a friendship.
Well, there was one episode where I didn't like Sweetie Belle and Rarity like together, and that was that Applewood Derby one.
Oh yeah. But
Dude,
no,
that-
obviously
that
you're being
episode made
dicks.
everyone look bad, alright?
Yeah.
Yeah, all of them just kind of they were dicks.
They
Basically.
made all of them like, hey, you guys are doing something? Nah, we're doing something.
Yeah.
This is
You
mine
can't let go
now.
of our past.
Yeah,
But
Gotta go fast, gotta be posh, gotta
that was like the
tradition.
only one I didn't like.
yeah,
I don't
mean,
remember which one that is.
It's the fucking they had to make little like derby carts and race
Yeah,
them,
derby
but then
Oh,
they
yeah,
took
yeah, yeah.
over because it's like, oh, we're Cutie Mark Crusader, we're gonna do this and have fun racing each other, and then
That was just
you know,
the
Rainbow
main
Dash,
6 people being
Applejack,
absolute idiots.
and
yeah.
then
Yeah.
Rarity kind of got roped into it, where it's like, no, you're not.
It was a good. I guess it was a good moral and everything, but
It was them competing again, which for some reason people call out of character on like Rainbow Dash and Applejack whenever they
Yeah.
compete
They've
because
never competed before. ever.
yeah, it's like they've never competed before.
who
like,
the
multiple
hell
times.
calls it out of character?
There's people who do it. They're like, oh, this is like season 1 kind of stuff, and like they forget like this derby card episode where they were literally going at each other again.
Yeah, true.
People forget, man. They just choose to forget these episodes. I swear.
They just,
Yeah,
to be fair, a lot of Rarity. I mean, when Rainbow Dash and Applejack are in an episode together, it's probably better that you just choose to forget them.
It's better to just forget the episode.
like you
Just throw
expect
it
them to
out.
have like character growth and stuff, but in season 8 they almost got the new students killed because
You
They're
expect character
competing.
development, but they're just competitive. Like that's their characters.
and of course Twilight trusted them.
Yeah, don't
The biggest
obviously.
mistake.
Twilight's fault there. Shouldn't trust your friends to get along.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah.
Should have known that they wouldn't have gotten along. Even though
Should've
she
known
even
that they're,
mentions
like-
it as an issue.
They've had.
Even though it's been
she's
8
had-
seasons.
Yeah, She's had like Gummy said, she's had 8 seasons to get to know them. She should know they're idiots by this point.
I'd like to point out that Twilight even told them, like, hey, don't do it, and they do it, and it's like, oh, what'd you expect?
Then she was gonna take over the field trip, but then she gave them another chance and they competed again.
I know, how dare she trust her friends and give them a chance to improve. Absolutely terrible friendship.
Yeah.
Alright,
But yeah, back to Sweetie Belle. You know, Sweetie Belle, Rarity, really, they get along great. I really like it. I especially loved the episode where it was the Sisterhood Social, where it's like, oh man, I really fucked up my relationship with my sister, and then she tries to redeem herself. That was good. It happens, you know, with like relationships. You tell people like, I would love to do this thing with you, and then you don't end up doing it or something. You let people down. You want to make up for it. It was a good episode.
Yeah, it was.
It was wholesome. Summed up real life things that happen. And then I also like the one where it's like the sister's growing up and like she's trying to give her fucking a tiny ass ice cream. It's like, what the fuck do you think you're doing? It was nice.
I like the relatable episodes. They're the good ones.
Yeah, and it's relatable because it's like, you know, sisters or brothers or family members in general. It's like having a younger sibling. It's good.
Also, I've wanted to talk about the 2 episodes that aired today, like at least like 7 times so far, and I'm holding my tongue.
I mean, you could talk about them because they'll be talked about in the future, but you're going to spoil it for everyone here who hasn't
I
seen
know,
them.
and we're technically still under the 24-hour spoiler rules, so I won't.
Yeah, don't break your own damn rules. Even though this is a voice channel, so it has like weird ruling on shit.
Yeah, but don't tell people that.
Well, I mean, they can talk about spoilers in here, but if someone gets offended and tattles on them, then I mean, that's on them.
True. There's yeah. I'm just gonna stop talking about how you can skirt voice rules. So yeah, no. Speaking of Sweetie Belle and slavery, let's talk about Spike.
So let's talk about Spike.
Oh boy.
So Spike, if he wasn't a slave enough for, you know, Twilight, like he also has like a giant crush on Rarity, which is up for debate whether it's weird or not. Kind of is, especially considering in Equestria Girls he's a dog.
He's a Tay. Not gonna continue that.
His counterpart doesn't have a crush on Rarity. I'm pretty sure his counterpart likes Fluttershy more.
That's still weird.
True.
That's still a dog and a human. And it's
they're horses technically. I mean, you know, it's really debatable on what's going on here.
It's also debatable on how baby a baby dragon means, because
yeah,
I think he's not that big of a baby.
He's a
went through
fucking
puberty, so he's probably in his teens.
are dragon teens the same as pony teens?
Dude, you don't know how
fair
fast
enough,
they age.
So Spike could be like 5 times the age of Rarity, but still calling him a baby dragon, and it's just weird.
Okay, yeah.
It's strange. But you know, before we start off, I'd like to point out that a lot of the Rarity fans that I talk to about Spike fucking despise him just because he's stealing their waifu. How do you guys feel about this?
Too true.
Well, as long as it's not Equestria Girls Rarity, I'm fine with.
Well, okay, yeah, that would be a little strange.
Then I'll be really upset.
Yeah.
So that's
Dummy's
why I
one
was
of
really
those
upset with.
canon XOC ships, guys.
That's why I was upset with AJ and Rarity in the latest special, the roller coaster one.
Can't be
that
stealing your
one.
wife. Rojack is great, but that's just the topic.
No,
for...
it's not. She's trying to steal my
we
waifu.
We all know where we like. Come on now.
Wait, what chip?
Where we liked. Come on now.
Rarely. We have some weird fucking people here. Well, Spone doesn't even ship, so it's fine.
I don't. Lyra and Bonbon, woohoo!
Yeah. I don't think anyone dislikes Lyra Bon.
No, I don't think anybody tries to disprove it. Like anybody up there who's just like, nah.
Nah, it's
Definitely not ever shown in the show at all.
Yep.
Nah, they're just good friends. Come on now.
Yeah.
Good friends.
Good friend.
Quality friends. I ship them as
Really close.
quality friends.
Yes.
But yeah, alright, so Spike has a crush on Rarity. Rarity takes advantage loads of Spike as a willing slave and servant, like sometimes physically abusing them, like using him as a pincushion for the sewing and stuff, just shoving it into the holes of his scales, and just it's kind of a weird relationship, but this is earlier in the seasons, I think. I'm not sure if it's happened recently. Spike been slave-driven by Rarity in the recent seasons?
I don't think so.
I mean, when he had wings, she put like a dress on him and asked him to keep flying.
Yeah, keep flying so that you can
Yeah.
hold up my dress so
Yeah.
I can work on it.
I
Thanks.
guess, yeah. It's just
Become
like,
a fucking stand for me, please.
oh, that's all Rarity sees. Oh my god, Spikey Wikey has wings. Time to extend
Time
his
to abuse
slave
him.
labors. Oh boy.
I don't need to buy any more dress stands.
Yeah.
Ah, yes. How can I abuse you now?
He gets the stuff off the high shelves now. It's really great. It's the best change that Rarity's ever had thought for Spike.
Looking at different ways they can take advantage of this poor fucking baby dragon.
Yeah. It's fine, he's a baby, easily manipulated. See, this is the
Easily
intelligent part
manipulated.
of Rarity coming into play.
wait a minute.
It's not okay for to have slaves, but if he's willing, it's not slavery.
No,
It's
it's not.
indentured servitude. Come on.
Exactly.
Speaking of Spike with wings, if he goes through the portal again, would he be a flying dog?
No, they'd make him into a parakeet or something.
Sure.
It just turned into a pigeon or something.
Yeah, they just change what he is. He'd just be a fucking pigeon.
It has to
Even
be
worse, you know.
terrible. It always has to be terrible, just a fucking pufferfish, a dog.
Dog. Okay, dog wasn't
flying
that bad.
around.
Fucking comic relief, that's what it does to you.
Comic relief. Alright. What do people think about Spike, though? Chip, I'll first see you. What do you think about Rarity's relationship with Spike?
I think it's like really weird, especially because, as you said, Spike's meant to be really young compared to the main six.
Yes.
So like, when it's portrayed like only as a one-way relationship crush, more correctly, like
yeah.
it's fine. It's semi-realistic for a kid to have a crush on someone like that.
Someone
So-
like that.
Yeah, who just likes bullying you.
Someone who
Yeah.
bullies you and it's like, they're actually school kids, haha.
Yeah. But when it's portrayed like more balanced, I want to say, kinda, it
Well, in terms
gets
of
quite
affection.
weird. Yeah.
Yeah, it does kind of like the episode he turns into a giant dragon. That was kind of a weird one because it was like kind of saying that Rarity had some feelings about Spike as well, and it was just that episode wasn't canon. It's fine. There are certain
episode
episodes that
wasn't
just aren't
canon.
canon. That's one of them.
Yeah.
Dude, she was just saying whatever she could to fucking take care of the problem. She uses Spike all the time. It was pretty easy to lie.
Oh, so it's just lying and manipulating.
Of course.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I can see Rarity doing that.
Didn't you
Not
know she's
royalty,
an element
she
of
doesn't.
manipulation?
Element of manipulation, yeah.
Exactly. It's...
Element of abusing others. It's like the fucking .mov series where she just has the Mexican slaves just fucking working on dresses. It's exactly what it's like.
Yeah, the Mexican slaves are just all Spike. He holds all their weight.
Pretty
He did.
much.
Yep.
What about you, Gummy?
Well, to be honest, yeah, she sometimes uses Spike as a slave, but Spike's technically okay with it. But she does do nice things for Spike. And the only thing I can remember currently is the one where, Spike had his rash and she went out and asked Cora for like a potion to help him. So it's not like she's always taking advantage of Spike. She does care for him.
Of course, being a decent human being, helping out a friend in the time of their sickness, makes up for all the times that she abuses him. Nah,
Least
that
they get
adds
him-
up.
And
NG, it's almost like me with you.
Wait, what?
NG, would you like to edit the podcast? Absolutely. Have fun with that, NG.
See you later,
See you
fine.
later,
and that
buddy.
like Dragonland video, episode, she follows Spike with Twilight and tries to help him out.
All she's
So-
doing is protecting her assets. You can't have a slave
Yeah, she needs to
who's
protect
dead.
her ass. You can't, yeah. Who's going
True,
to
but-
help her if he's dead?
But Spike's willing to help her, so it's
Exactly,
not like
needs to
she's
make sure he
forcing
wins.
Spike to. So it's not like really slavery, but
It's Stockholm syndrome. Come on now.
It's yeah. It's not slavery because he's smitten. He's just chasing tail. He's
and
trying.
the whole love, like he loves Rarity and stuff. Okay, that's kind of creepy, but it's better than Applejack.
Yeah.
Better than Applejack.
That's
Yeah.
a character. Come on.
I would take Spike over Applejack.
So what? You're saying that you want to have a Spike and Applejack ship? You sick fuck.
What is wrong with that? Yeah, it's fine. It's not for the confines of this podcast.
We'll save that to a different one.
Yeah.
Spike Winona, come on now.
Like what? No, no, no.
Oh god. Oh yeah, Spike is the only pet sort of thing that can. Oh wait, no, Spike's not a pet. It's Owlicious.
Spike's not a pet. What the fuck?
I thought Spike
to
was
be
Twilight's
honest-
pet, but it's Owlicious.
Yeah.
So.
Speaking of
delicious.
which, technically Spike likes Amber as well, so.
Oh,
maybe in
Ember,
future-
yeah.
Maybe,
Oh,
yeah,
Ember.
maybe in a future episode he might stop loving Rarity and like.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll
And
stick.
That's
him become a
still
thing.
weird. Like, in terms of dragon years, Spike is about 12, I would say, and Ember's like 17.
30.
I mean, it's still closer than Rarity and Spike's, though.
It's better than a pony and a dragon. A dragon
Wow,
and a dragon
racist.
is better.
Well, that's racist. That's fucking racist, man.
Okay.
It's
You
fucking
can't say things like that.
You have to say every creature. Come on.
Every creature.
Okay, every creature. Yeah.
Every creature can get into a relationship with every creature.
Sure.
That's fine.
Just not Winona, please.
Any no, because Winona's any sentient speaking creature can get into a relationship with any other sentient speaking creature. No, that just condones Spike and Rarity again. We're just getting cyclic. We're having some issues. I think we should just move on.
Yeah, we should move on. Talking about animals and their, things they do. We could talk about Rarity's animal.
Yeah.
You mean Spike?
Rarity's-
You mean Spike? Yeah.
Yes.
All right, guys. So,
What'd you guys think of
Rarity's
Spike?
pet Spike.
Oh, he's great.
Alright, so Opalescence, the kind, caring, compassionate, like calm, collected cat we all know and love. Probably one of the best characters in the series,
Yep.
Calm,
always
collected.
willing to lend a paw, helps with the dressmaking, great addition to the show, really kind to all the characters. Like,
Yep.
she's kind of like the beacon of all the different elements of the show in one character. It's heartwarming
I didn't realize
when
we were talking
see
about Gummy.
her.
Yeah.
Alright, Opalescence. What do people think about her? There's a lot of complex. There's different parts of her characters. Sometimes she just swipes at Sweetie Belle's hair, just threatens to like slit her throat. Other times, helpful, like tells Rarity to care about her friends in the becoming popular episode to do Twilight's dress, not just keep partying all the time. I forgot who I gave this to last.
You
Chip.
gave it to Gummy last.
Oh, there you go, Chip.
Yeah.
What are your opinions on Hellcat?
Opalescence is the cat that does cat things, basically. Like, she's very regal, sits around.
A cat that does cat things.
Yeah.
Woo!
She's not really... When was the last time she was even in the show, proper?
Yeah, she died. They
Yeah.
buried her out back. They
Yeah,
didn't
something
show
like that.
Yeah.
What about
Like-
what about like I lost my words. Like I had words and I lost them. Just like
You're very good at that.
how sort of stuff with Rarity. Yeah, like
Yep. Okay. Good. I think I'll take over for you. Don't worry.
yeah. Go on then, Spoon. My brain's melting.
All right. The cat is a douchebag, but
Yes.
cats
That's a cat.
are portrayed as douchebags. So Opal's a very good cat.
Yeah. Like, as a cat, she's a really good character. If she was, like, a pony or something, then she'd be a massive dick that no one liked.
But since you're a cat, it's okay.
She's quite a pampered cat. I don't know. I've had a lot.
Well,
of
that's
nice
Rarity.
cats.
Come on, like generosity, pampering. I mean, it
I
works.
guess. Yeah, it fits. It fits. It does fit.
Unless you're Spike, in which case get fucked.
Yeah, in which case get fucked.
Or
No,
Sweetie Belle, in which case also get fucked.
Yeah, Spike is just like stinking in that one episode. It's just like, yeah, Spike, fuck off. Go take a shower.
Go fuck off, Spike. Sweetie Belle, you're okay sometimes, but also fuck you.
All right. So Gummy, can you answer the final question for me? What are your opinions on my favorite ship, Opalescence X Kappa?
I don't know what to say.
I don't
think
want to
it's an
talk
awesome
about
ship.
that. I don't even want to think about
It's a great
that.
ship, yeah. It's a great ship.
So It's same species. It's like Spike and Ember, just works.
Same fucking species, my ass.
Yeah.
Have you seen Capper? What the fuck is he?
He's a cat.
Oh yeah, okay, he's just
It's
a
just-
cat.
No,
A walking
that just
sentient
okay.
bipedal cat. Yep.
It's
no, it's just horrible. Okay.
That's just
Why have I never heard about this shit before, NG? Why are you springing this on us now?
surprise. You know how we were planning the podcast question? Like that's when we made the podcast. Just like that's a great question to have for the 12th podcast. I also had, you know,
This
what
is
would
what
be?
you were thinking about.
Yeah, you know, I actually hate Rare Jack. That's just bottom of the barrel garbage. It's Opalescence and Kappa. That's where it's at.
Okay,
That's-
I'll agree with you with that one because I do not like Opal and I do not like Capper.
Oh, okay. Just put two shit characters together.
I like Kappa. It's fine.
Yeah, Capper's
Two
fine. I like
characters I
Capper.
do not like.
For this part. I don't. Is it anything else that he wants to talk about? I think that's fairly.
I mean, before we
I mean,
finish,
she's good at movie directing and dance magic, but that's her human counterpart.
woohoo!
Yeah.
You're good at doing
Yeah,
things.
she's good at directing.
human. You
She's
do
good at
human
directing.
things real good.
I love doing human things.
I
mean,
like
not
doing
everyone
human
can
things
direct.
like a normal human being.
Not
Yes,
everyone
I
can
am
direct.
human.
That is true. I probably wouldn't be able to direct.
And she's really good with texting, as seen in tech support.
Tech
She's.
support. You're very
Because
good.
she can read emojis and stuff.
I feel like they're just trying to make her character more shallow. They're just like, oh yeah, she's the texting one. Oh yeah, come on, let's go.
She's the texting one. Wow.
She just texts with emojis. She doesn't even use words. Just emojis.
She's
all
that
day long.
fucking cool.
If you even use a letter in your text, just don't even talk to me.
Yeah.
Only talk to me in emojis from now on.
What should we use the letter emoji though?
What about emojis? Emoji movie? Is that what this one's about?
Yeah. Surprise! It's an emoji movie podcast.
Surprise the whole time.
Oh yeah, I think you're gonna say something, Spone.
Oh, me? Yeah, absolutely. I was going to discuss Rarity fucking up the episode that I like. Because it has to be talked about.
Which one?
What episode was that?
The restaurant one.
Spice
Spice
Up
Up Your Life. Yeah.
How'd she fuck it up?
Technically,
Alright. Look, her philosophy, it works a lot of the time where it's like, look, you gotta be nice to people and you wanna appeal to people. But with the restaurant, she really tried fucking him over there. Just like, yeah, you should really just don't do anything you've been doing and do things this way.
Yeah.
And then even Pinkie Pie to be like, Rarity, what the fuck are you doing? And she's like, you know what? I was dumb. You're right. And that was good.
I guess. Yeah, I can.
okay, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I think everyone's at a consensus. That was
Yeah.
kind of
Rarity
stupid.
even admitted to being dumb in that episode. She's like, you know what? You're right.
I can't
And
argue
I
with
can
my
at
wife
least give
here.
her that.
Everyone has dumb moments, though.
Yeah.
It's a little more dumb. It's like, hey.
What would you give Rarity out of 10, Spone?
Out of 10, give him the solid 4.
Wow.
Wow.
Is that legit?
Look, on a 4, on a rating of like 1 to 10, 5 being right dead in the middle, getting a 4.
That is.
That is, yeah,
Awesome,
that
that's
is.
okay.
I'm blocking you.
They're blocking me. That's all right. I accept it.
Who's a 10 for you then?
10 for me? I don't think I have any 10s.
Well, I
You
guess.
can't just not have a 10. 10
Like,
would be like the
character-
upper end of the scale.
No, 10 is like max perfect character, and I haven't found one.
No, it's like a relative scale. So 10 would be your favorite character.
That's not a relative. Okay, well, if Rarity's on the relative scale, I can move her up to like a fucking 6. Is that what you want?
Yeah, that makes me happy.
I like
high
using the
number.
1 to 10 rating scale as how it should be. Not
Oh,
where
I like
fucking
using
6
that
or
as a-
7 is right in the middle. 6 or 7 isn't middle.
No, because 5 is the middle.
Yeah, and I said 4. Rarity's below middle for me.
No,
She's not
because
bad,
it's-
but
no,
she's
it's
below a
alright.
middling character.
But out of the
Rainbow
median of all the
is-
characters, where like, if you put your favorite at like, I don't know, I feel like I'm getting way too into this, so we'll just do it your way. She's a 4, sure.
Don't
Uh,
shit on my rating system, alright?
Shit on my rating system.
I'm using it correctly, unlike you.
That's shitting on my rating system, fam.
Your rating system's wrong.
We're not getting into this. Chip, what would you rate Rarity out of 10?
If we're doing it relative, then 10. If we're not, then probably 9-ish.
Alright. Gummy, what would you rate Rarity out of 10?
30. I'm biased.
See, this is what I mean by, like, I could say, oh, Lyra's the fucking 200. I like that horse. I'm not doing that. I'm trying to be legitimate.
Okay, fine. 10.
Thank you.
10.
At least keep it on the scale.
Is this both relative and absolute?
Yes.
Alright.
What I've learned is that Gummy is one of the people that wants to marry fucking Rarity.
Okay, no one needs to know that.
Yep,
That is-
there it is.
Well, it's immortalized forever now.
I mean, he doesn't really hide it very well, does he?
Yeah, I do. Come on.
Dude, to be honest
I
though,
do-
if we just let all of the people who Rarity is their favorite, I feel like there's okay, specifically with Rarity and Twilight, it feels like any of the Rarity and Twilight fans who are super hardcore fans, they all want to marry them. Like, it's just Rarity and Twilight. You don't really see people going out like, oh, I want to marry, like, fucking Applejack.
Yeah, no one says
Fluttershy maybe
that.
to a small
No one
extent.
says, oh, when was the last time you met someone whose Applejack is their favorite pony?
I can't remember anyone.
But everybody
Yeah.
wants to marry, like, fucking Twilight and or Rarity. It's just, woo!
They're
I
the
don't get
horse
it.
life materials.
It's the weird ones. Like, no offense to you guys. for
Speaking
liking
of which,
Rarity.
though, I met a guy at GalaCon who's legally changed their name to Twilight Sparkle.
See, that's what I mean. It's the
It's
weird
on their
ones.
They're online right now. It's the bottom of the EQD patron chat tier. Sexy Princess Twilight Sparkle. It's them.
Did they seriously, legitimately change their name?
Yeah, it's on their passport.
Really?
They're
Like
being
their
called
legit
out.
actual passport.
That is awesome.
Sorry, I'm just
It
in stunned
is.
silence at how fucking awful people are.
I'm gonna do that one day.
You're just gonna call yourself a Rarity.
Basically.
If I can't marry my waifu, I'll just be my waifu.
Become.
And then just be
This is
forever
what I
alone.
mean. The weird ones, it's always Twilight and Rarity. The
You're
weird
calling
ones.
Gummy weird? What the
No.
what? Don't insult our
I-
guests,
some-
fam.
Some of them are
This is-
weird.
That's just
Look, Gummy, he has probably seen many of them. He can confirm if there's a lot of weird fucking Rarity fans.
Are there weird Rarity / Twilight fans, Gummy?
Yes.
I think you get
Ooh.
some
I've
weird
seen a lot.
Starlight ones as well.
Lesser. It doesn't seem as
And-
common.
Well, Sunset, there's some weird ones, but
Yeah, that's really one weird one. Really weird ones for Sunset. That
And
might be because she
Sunset,
was
yeah.
introduced as a human character as well, though.
no offense to anyone who likes Dash, but all of the Dash ones are annoying.
Of course, that's obvious. You don't need to change that. That's obvious.
Oh, thank you for saying that. Thank you for saying that. Is Crafty still here? Yes, he is.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not even incorrect. Don't worry. We all
It's
agree.
not
with you.
wrong. It's not wrong. That's the best part. It's not wrong. All right. So is that a podcast?
I think that's a podcast.
No, we just have to awkwardly talk for another like 10 minutes of
No,
nothing.
incorrect. Actually, we do need to sum up the podcast.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
So Spone, I'll let you choose someone to give this to.
All
Who
right,
do you think's talked the least?
Gummy.
Me?
All right, Gummy. Summarize the podcast in 5.5 words.
This was Rarity. Enjoy.
Question mark.
Yeah. Yeah, this was Rarity. Enjoy. Dot. No, this was about Rarity. There.
This was
Five words?
about Rarity. There.
I like
There
how you
isn't half
counted
a word.
about as 2 words.
It's okay.
About is not 2 words, NG.
How about this is all about Rarity? That's 5 words.
There you go. Good enough.
I'm really not doing good with English today, am I?
Is there
I'm
a
doing
game on
worse.
the-
I'm having some issues. All right. Well,
Quick, end it while you
Thanks.
still can.
for tuning in, everyone. Thanks to our guests, Chip and Gummy, for being with us today, talking about Rarity Horse. Thanks to me and Spone for being great and doing 12 of these bad boys.
You're not supposed to thank yourself. That's fucking.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
awful.
Thanks to Spone for helping do 12 of these bad boys. Spone,
Oh,
is
thank
there
you,
anything
thank
you
you.
want to say?
I would like to thank our guests for coming in and being able to be here. I feel like there's another person I should thank, but I just can't think about who it would be.
Probably a dick anyway. It's fine.
I'd like to thank our editor. I don't know who he is, but he does a good job.
Yeah. So some videos just appear on my YouTube channel, and I click from private to public. It's very convenient.
Yeah, they just show up, and yeah, the editor's pretty good. He's a good job.
All I do
Well-
is just put an image on an
Slap an
audio
image on some
file.
audio, done.
The time stamping is hard. The time stamping is the time consuming bit.
Just play it in the background like everyone else.
Yeah, but I have to pay attention to it when the topic changes. I can't just be like, oh fuck, they're talking about
Oh fuck, they're talking about
Tommy now
something.
or something. And then I've just like missed like 8 topics or something. You know how hard it is to pay attention for like 1.5 hours constantly to a podcast?
That's why you play it in the background, don't pay attention to it. That's the point of a podcast.
I know, and I actually have to pay it's hard business. I'm just making everyone here appreciate the work that I do. I appreciate it.
It is good.
Alright,
Feel
so
free. Kill it.
alright. Thanks for listening everyone, and we'll see you next time.